Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt Weisfeld over here at VPI Industries. Right as I started this, my daughter came in, so if you're hearing noises of a child, it's mine. So just picked her up from school, and she's over here joining us. Anyway, guys, I recently got a whole bunch of messages about... Hey, sweetie. Yeah, you can't get up? I know, life is tough. It's all good. So anyway, I got lots of messages about the picture that we posted of this customer product. So I figured I'd give you guys all a closer look before they come pick it up. So this is an original VPI HRX. Now, I think this is super cool because I have that conversation way too often from customers who have a turntable or product. Actually, not even a turntable. Sometimes it'll be an amplifier, electronic unit, phono stage, whatever it might be. Then something happens, they go to repair it, and what's the answer they get? We're sorry, sir. That's a legacy product. We can't service that, which, frankly, is a load of crap. I feel like it's just laziness. Now, that being said, on those situations where a part does not exist, like, for example, our PLCs, there's actually components in the PLC that just physically does not exist in the world anymore, so, of course, we then can't do it. We do the best we can as far as replacement parts and things like that, but at least we try to offer an alternative by having a newer or different speed box. So I just want to take a deep dive into this product over here. This table has got to be at least 15 years old, possibly 20. Yes, sweetie?
Can you look in the car?
Yeah. My daughter just found the wonders of yo-yos, so she's really excited to... she has a yo-yo. I think she may have lost it. So anyway, so what we are looking at here is... This is actually, I don't want to say an original. This is like... the original one was actually one big, thick piece. We had originally showcased it at the New York Audio Show when I was... Oh, wow. It's older than 15. I'm 37. We launched this when I had to have been 16 years old. I was in high school. I was at least a junior. So, wow, this is even older than I thought. But, hey, not bad for a table that's like, older than most people's existence on this planet. So the original one was actually not a sandwich piece. It was just one thick piece of, I believe it was an acrylic. Actually, I think it was something heavier, but either way, we ended up going with the layered aluminum acrylic, which obviously you guys can still see with our paradigm design even today with our Avenger. And the current HRX is still loosely in production. I say loosely because we can do it. We just always forget to let people know we can. This specific model is using the rim drive. The rim drive has it where well, it's not touching in this case because it's sitting and waiting, where the rim drive idler wheel just makes contact with the platter itself, turns, and then spins, of course, with the use of a speed box. This specific model is using... Now, for all of my legacy customers out there, check this out. An AudioQuest 7000. I don't even think you can get this anymore. If you can, it's a fantastic cartridge. So it's nicely, skillfully mounted. This was mounted by our guy, Tom. So if he did a great job, then yay for Tom. If he didn't, well, I don't know who that guy is. I'm just kidding. So anyway, and the arm itself is a JMW 12 arm. So this is when Harry started to do the 12-inch arms. There we go. Get it back in focus. With, of course, the VTA on the fly. And this is really unique, guys, so you can tell the age of it. Because this is back when the dial was still silver, and the box was still silver. Now, this is back when, because we know how we feel about anti-skate, but after a while, we ended up adding the anti-skate as a potential where you could add it to the post or take it off or whatever you'd like. This is back when the block was a machine piece of aluminum and not really much you could do with it. So removing it or anything like that. The main problem with this was it was super difficult to do balance connection. As you can see, our standard is RCA. And hey, look at that. Got the JMW. Now, if anyone who just saw my recent post, I literally just shared the original name of this, and you see it's the JMW Memorial Arm, JMW, Jonathan Matthew Weisfeld, after my brother. The original name of this was supposed to be the TNA, which really original, the new arm. That's right, drum roll please, the new arm. What an exciting name. So after the unfortunate passing of my brother, my dad ended up naming it after JMW, Jonathan Matthew Weisfeld, since my brother Jonathan was instrumental in helping my dad do this. So, which is amazing, the impact that my brother had in the short time he had here. And this arm is possible because of, my dad and my brother, what they did with this. And with it, of course, it is a unipivot, and having our, in this case, an azimuth ring to balance it, our drop counterweight, all cues you can still see in today VPI designs, and our VTA on the fly to be able to raise and lower it with ease while you're listening to your music. Now, this is a real cool and real pain in the you-know-what, the air suspension. The reason it was a pain, you all remember back in the day when Firestone did that recall of all their tires? Well, guess what? They didn't care about the audio industry because all those issues they had in Firestone, that's a Firestone air bladder. And back in the day, I was just a kid when this happened. I recall, I didn't understand it back then, but I recall the issues that my mom and dad were having with Firestone, and they had a bit of a, well, we're sorry, we don't care about turntables. And so they were stuck with thousands of air bladders that had an issue with the rubber, which made it that much more difficult. And I swear, I thought my parents were abusing me as a high school, kid trying to work on the side over here, because they'd have me do all sorts of stuff with these bladders, with gluing them and whatnot. And now I understand all of it was in an effort to lock the seal, which Firestone did a crummy job of. Well, that's a whole other story. But when it works, like this set over here, phenomenal sound, dead quiet, which is exactly what you have in the Titan turntable. And that's one of the reasons the air bladders are so expensive now in the Titan table, because it's redundant. We made it so you have the air suspension as well as standard suspension within the mechanism itself, so that if a situation happens where you lose air, no worries, you are still isolated, not as well as with the air, but nothing to worry about. Whereas with this, you'd have a flat tire, and you're just like, bam, you're in trouble there. So that's what this is up here. So you can always tell, ooh, well, Matt, which model do I have? If you've got this little air release over here, then you know that your table has air suspension. If you have a little cap over here, and I don't mean that big, I mean like literally just a small black cap over there, that means your table used to have air suspension, and then the person may have changed. And I mention that because a lot of turntables change hands due to just changing with family or whatever it might be, and sometimes people don't know what they're looking at. Oh, well, Matt, why do I have this little black little cap on there? Because this was probably converted from air suspension to standard suspension. So that's just one of those things there. Hold on. There we go. I think the live stream is still going. Just got a random thing over here. And so as we go along over here, this is back when we were using the acrylic, a nice thick piece of acrylic. And I can tell you guys, we were never a huge fan of acrylic, but back in the day, and if you guys go back with Gordon Holt's initial review, he loved the metal that Harry and Sheila were using on the original HW19. But at that time, the audio industry was gearing towards acrylics and Delrins and things like that, and we were just a small, lowly company, so we all had to just kind of go with it. So that being said, it's not like, acrylic's the end of the world. We just prefer the metal. So this is pre our changing back to the metal. By the time you get to the classic turntable, that's when Harry was flat out like, you know what? We've been in business for 30 years. I think we know what we're doing. We're doing a metal platter, whether they like it or not. And turned out you all liked it, because now if I walked over there, you see they're all made out of metal, because that's what we prefer. So, but this specific guy here, it is a nice big thick piece of acrylic, and you can kind of see the silhouette of the gigantic bearing on the inside. Let's see if I lift up this mat, you see that? That's the bearing, and this is the same type of bearing that's still in the Avenger and HRX tables today. So just really a massive, a massive bearing going on with that to keep it nice and smooth as you go through. Now, this specific table is missing the small belts, probably because it's already been tested and probably in a baggie somewhere over here. And all of that is just used so that the smaller belts drive the rim drive, and then you're good to go with that rim drive sound. Now, I personally preferred more so when I was younger that rim drive sound, because rim drive really gives a nice punch on the low end, just like a nice, just strong okay, I played the trombone, so if you play the trombone, if you like horns, a rim drive just gives you that hit right in your gut, and I love that. Well, you guys all know I'm the karate guy. I like getting punched in the face, so that's exactly what you get when you have that rim drive, of having that hit of the low end and just that dynamics. So looking over here, we've got I think I showed you this already. I just think it's so cool that it's an Audio Quest cartridge. I believe these were made by Lyra. Stig, if you're watching this, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was the company that did the OEM for them at the time. Who the heck knows, though? We had a bit of a taper, which, again, you can see now in our arms as well. And look at this. It looks like it's part of the tune-up, because this is a newer QE mechanism. So it looks like we did a overall tune-up. Actually, let me see. I'm actually reading over turntable tune-up, cartridge mounting, QE mechanism. Okay, cool. But the exciting thing is that this turntable is older than most people who are even watching this video now. And here it is, looking brand new, getting tuned up, getting set, and this is going to be spinning in someone's home. I believe they're picking it up. So probably by this weekend, someone's going to be listening to music. So whenever you have a product or wherever it might be, it's always cool when you have that situation where it's going to get serviced for the long run over here. So anyway, this is Matt White. So I just wanted to do a quick little spotlight of this. It was really cool to have it in there. And the guy, Tom, who worked on this, he probably wasn't even born when this thing was made, and here we are still working on it today. Super proud of what everyone's doing here at the VPI team. We've been going nice and strong. Some of you may have seen my slightly harsh message from the other day. And guys, that's really just more of a public service announcement that if anyone's trying to get a VPI, we're here. We've worked very hard to make sure we can continue to produce, continue to provide and service all tables and produce all new ones. Shyla, say hi.
Hi.
What do you got there?
A star.
It's a star? Oh, that's super cool.
And there's money.
There's money? I swear, you just never know what kids are going to say. So anyway, and Shyla's just awesome. She wants to grow up big so she can go to all the audio shows with me. So and I can't wait for that. But I can wait for that. Like, isn't it crazy how you blink and suddenly it's like, wow, they grew like. And Facebook, as much as we all love Facebook, it does a great job of reminding us just how fast time passes over here. So anyone who's been watching my Facebook page, it was a big karate thing for me this past weekend. I do slightly feel like I've been hit by a truck still, so bear with me as I get back to being caught up. Anyone who sent me messages or looking for things and I've not responded, please don't take offense. I probably missed it or saw it really quick. Feel free. Yeah? She found a dinosaur. Feel free to shoot me another message just to kick whatever the message is higher back in the inbox. We are working on the VPI website. Adel, say hi. There's Adel. He's our new guy, hopping in, doing super cool computer stuff and everything, and it's going to be good things all around. So very excited about all of that. Anyway, again, this is Matt Weisfeld, obviously, because it's my Facebook page. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be starting doing more videos, opening the VPI house, and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. See you all next time.